All right, we've still got a few people joining, but as they join, I will begin this Digital Technology and Career Guidance Fair. This is a really exciting session. We have an hour and 10 minutes to really get into the details and some examples of digital technologies that are used in career guidance. My name's Alison Burke. If you weren't here in the first session, I'm an analyst in the career readiness team at OECD and feel very privileged to be part of this conference. We have a big team that have been working on this behind the scenes. So big thank you to everybody that's in the background doing technology and chats and all those sorts of things. And especially big thank you to the contributors here today. So they are coming here to tell us about the work that they're doing in digital technology and career guidance. Welcome to Deirdre Hughes, the Managing Director at CareerChat Limited, an international career development specialist in the United Kingdom. She will be presenting about CiCi, the 24/7 chatbot. To Eimear Sinnott, the Managing Director at Careers Portal Ireland, will be presenting on Careers Portal Ireland. Carolina Pérez, the Project Manager at Fundación Bertelsmann, Spain, will be presenting to us about Xcelence, which is an online career guidance platform. Chris Brown, Career Wales in the United Kingdom, is going to be presenting about CareerChat, which is using Minecraft to engage students in career guidance. So welcome to you, Chris. Alejandra Correa, Product Manager at the United States for Career Village, will be presenting about Career Village, something that I mentioned in the first session. Singularity Experts, so the online career guidance platform, from Elena Ibáñez, who's the CEO of Singularity Experts in Spain. Become Education, which is all about career exploration. Thank you, Liv Penny, for joining us, the CEO and co-founder of Become in Australia. And Le Métier en Direct, which is Career Talks. So Halima Shena, the pedagogical engineer and Métiers en Direct coordinator from ONICEP, France. So I'm really excited about this career fair. I think we were trying as a team to think about how we could present some of the good practices of digital technology and career guidance. And this idea of a fair came about. So let me explain how it's going to work, because we are on Zoom. We are using digital technology to do a career fair. So how it's going to work is I'll be presenting the PowerPoint slides, but each of these people will talk to about 3 to 4 minutes, trying to explain the key things that you need to know about their technology. Now, that's a pretty difficult ask. 3 to 4 minutes goes by quite quickly. So we do thank them for the time that they've put into be thinking about how to do this. The reason it's so short is we're then going to split into 3 breakout rooms, and you as the audience will be able to move between those breakout rooms and ask your questions. There will be demonstrations in those breakout rooms. There'll be either 2 or 3 people in each of those breakout rooms. And really the career fair works by you going there and asking your questions. So it'll be exciting times to be able to find out about this. Questions can include things about practice. It can include things about how are you putting this into your audiences, what are the effects and the outcomes, and what are your goals, and anything else that you might want to ask. So depending on your situation, try and think while the presentations are going on what kinds of questions you might want to have. For me, I would put them in the chat because I'm not very good at remembering my questions when there's lots of presentations. And I also think that when you put them in the chat, other people might be inspired by your questions, so it could be really helpful. So without further ado, I'm going to continue and we'll start with Deirdre. Deirdre, over to you.
Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is Deirdre Hughes. I am the MD and co-founder, along with my colleague, Dr. Chris Pérez, of CiCi, the career chatbot. CiCi stands for Careers Innovation, Careers Intelligence. And who uses this resource? Well, sometimes it's good to say what the resource is not. So it is not a career guidance tool offering in-depth guidance. It's careers information advice with a warm handover to a human advisor. The sort of technology that we're using is AI, large language models. And more recently, we've been looking at retrieval augmented generation technology software, basically. And I can say more about that in the workshop. We're really keen to harness technology to good effect And what we're doing really is making information advice about careers quick and easy to use, all in one place, available 24/7. What is it really beyond the quick and easy to use and all in one place? That's an efficiency issue. We also, in terms of effectiveness, we have designed this chatbot with highly qualified and experienced careers advisors, and it mirrors the practice of a professionally trained careers advisor, particularly around information and advice. And so it's effective because with the permission of the user, it will actually share with the careers advisor in advance of him or her starting a careers guidance interview to actually see where the person has been exploring, what they've been looking for. It basically will save time, and also it helps make the career guidance interview so much more effective by actually having that background information. The key lesson that I have learned from this, I'm a qualified professional careers advisor myself, and you'll see here that there's lots of data that has gone into CiCi. We draw data from large, trustworthy sources. For example, you'll see here we have a partnership with BBC Bite Size Careers, where we've been looking at how we can plug in inspirational videos and also link to reliable careers platforms. CiCi is not a careers platform. CiCi is a tool that can be made available either freestanding, it can be embedded within Blackboard. We're working with universities, with colleges, with schools, with charities, and with a whole range of different community organizations. We have embedded ChatGPT, and we have prompt engineered CiCi's friend, Charlie. If you come to my workshop, I'll tell you more, but we've prompt engineered it to behave as if it's a professionally qualified and trained careers advisor. I think that probably, Alison, in the 3 minutes we've got, lesson learned, never assume that it's easy to get hold of big data sets. We sometimes assume that government will have these and we can just plug them in. There's quite a lot of work that goes on in terms of being able to get the right sort of labour market intelligence to make it effective. And we're on a journey, and I'm very happy to share more widely the lessons learned. Thank you, Alison and colleagues, for giving me this platform to share and tell my story.
Great, thank you, Deirdre. You'll be able to find out more about from Deirdre when you go into that breakout room. Okay, next up is, who's next up? Sorry, that's still CiCi. Is Eimear.
Thanks very much. Thank you. And that's a hard act to follow, Deirdre. You got through a lot there. My name is Eimear Sinnott, and I am delighted to present Careers Portal from Ireland. Careers Portal was launched in 2008 with the aim of providing a one-stop shop for those needing or providing career guidance in Ireland. It provides, because it's a portal, a service to a number of key communities, those at school, graduates or those in college, adult learners, job seekers, parents and guardians, and guidance professionals. And within each one of those areas, information that pertains to that particular stage of your lifelong guidance journey exists. On a daily basis, we have events on the home site, we have news, we have a media hub. The website is freely available for all to use. And although we're a small country, we've only about 5 million people here, about 3 million unique visitors visited Careers Portal last year. So it's really, really busy. All users have the opportunity of going in and just scrolling the site, looking through the simple searches at the top, finding courses, finding careers, finding apprenticeships, searching through one of the 33 sectors that we profile, or they can all go in and make their own account and create a repository where they can save information, courses they're interested in, occupations they're interested in, the results of the suite of self-assessments that we actually provide. We have over 1 million people who actually have already done that. 96% of all second level students have their own career portfolio on the site. We have 4 structured managed programs, and this allows you to go through the site in a more specialized way, where the programs, we have 2 for second level, 1 for junior cycle, 1 for senior cycle. We've 1 for adult learners, and we've also 1 for young people who are in detention. This is a great way to provide a personalized, evidence-based scaffolding for guidance delivery and to support the development of career management skills. We feel that one of the best areas, or one of the best points about Careers Portal is everything is so interlinked. So you can search anything on the homepage, or you can search through one of the profiles. I mentioned we profile the 33 most prominent career sectors in the economy, and these are divided into 7 umbrella terms: agriculture, animals and food, STEM, environment and construction, healthcare, wellbeing and sport, etc. But once you understand one sector, you actually can understand all of them. So within each sector, we drill down even further to explore the sector, to explore careers in the sector, to explore courses in the sector, and to look at live jobs in the sector. So as you look at the sector details, we look at the subsector for each of the 33 areas. We partner with close to 300 public and private organizations that provide to us the most updated information in each one of these areas. We also have the events notice that you would have seen going across all sectors. They get filed in each one of the sector areas. Somebody mentioned earlier about the challenge of work experience. We have a very comprehensive area of work experience where you can go in as a student and you can find out, if I'm interested in tourism and hospitality, all the employers that are currently prepared to take on people on work experience. And in tourism and hospitality alone on the site, we have 186 people. So I want to quickly show you what one of the structured managed programs looks like.
About 30-second warning there, Emma.
Okay, no problem. This is what a program looks like. So you can see what the student has done in terms of career planning, self-assessment, study performance, world of education, world of work, what they have done and indeed what they have not done. All the favorites, anything that they've actually shared. So I suppose this is wonderful in terms of working with the guidance counsellor. We all know one-to-one time is so precious. They can share this with their guidance counsellor, they can share it with their parents, they can print out reports. I suppose one of the things, one of the most popular areas on the site is the interest profiler, where students can go in and based on the results of their interest profiler, they can do results and matching. And in the results and matching, you can see this person, they're investigative, realist and administrative. So what courses might best suit them? What occupations might best suit them? In here, they can go in and they can look at lots of different occupations. If they find one, they can tag it to their career portfolio, or they can go in here and find out everything they need to know. So for example, this one here, it's a job in demand. They can look at knowledge, working life, lots of videos and interviews. So what have we learned? Just in summary, we've learned that you might have the best resource in the world, but unless you understand that your end user needs to be trained, needs continuous CPD to make sure that they feel competent and confident in using it, you know, this is really important. The other important thing we've learned is the importance of accessibility. And I'm not just talking about educational accessibility. We live in a globalized world. It's really important that your resource is available to be seen in different languages. Thank you very much. Look forward to meeting you later.
Thanks so much, Emma. And I do think this is a small taster. And if people want to find out more about Careers Portal, there's a lot to offer there. Okay, I'll hand over to Carolina Pérez, who will talk about Xcelence.
Hi. So Xcelence is an online platform that provides a school with an innovative and strategic reference model for guidance. The model is based on 10 benchmarks that actually come from the Gatsby benchmarks in the UK. All the benchmarks, as you can see, are tagged to different main topics, like the blue ones are related to evaluation and coordination. Then we have 3 benchmarks for students and families, 1 for curricular content. We think it's very important and very powerful to link the curriculum with careers and the world of work. So we really think of teachers as sort of guidance providers as well. Then we have 3 benchmarks about the world of work, which include experience in the workplace and doing activities such as the workplace experience or similar, like workforce visits and so on. And the last one is on compulsory subjects and pathways, and how to encourage the students to keep in studying and go to higher education or vocational training education. So in our website, we have 4 main things, but the 2 most used and also most powerful ones are the self-audit that schools actually log into. They receive a personalized school report based on the questionnaire that they answered. And after all the process, they access to a comparative chart in which they can compare their results to the ones in their communities and in the rest of the country. And we provide them with resources, recommendations, and we also encourage them to send their good practices to our website so that we can publish them. And then on the analytical side, we provide a very strategic data analysis for researchers and basically public administrations or anyone interested in analysis and data on guidance. So we provide all our data for free and anonymized, sorry for the word in English, but we don't provide the names of the schools, but all the data that they provide to us. And finally, a really great lesson that we've learned is through this data, we realized that the 3 main focuses that we need to improve our guidance system are the ones related to the labor market and connecting the world of work with schools. So as you can see in this graphic, they are the ones that are less developed within schools. So yeah, we believe in that Xcelence can contribute to what we were mentioning the whole day about evaluating and the importance of tracking all the things that are doing every school and every community. So we hope to contribute to that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Carolina. Xcelence is one of those managing apps, and it would be really interesting to hear more. So go to that session if you can. I hand over now to Chris. Chris, sorry, you're still muted. If you're able to unmute yourself, that would be great.
There's always one, isn't there?
It's usually me, to be honest. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I work for Careers Wales. Careers Wales is the national all-age careers education and guidance service in Wales. We're an arm's length body of the Welsh Government. We developed CareersCraft because we wanted to use Minecraft to engage younger learners, sort of primary age, perhaps very early secondary, but mainly sort of 8, 9, 10-year-olds. We'd identified a need to get children thinking and exploring about careers, not in any sense around making decisions or anything, just being aware of the world of work and what was available and starting to think. So we came up with the idea of using Minecraft. And what we did was we used a series of famous locations around Wales, and we linked them to what are called AOLEs, which are areas of learning and experience in the new curriculum for Wales. So, for example, you can see on screen, can you go back one, Alice? Thanks. So on the left, you've got Tenby, which is a little village in Wales, famous tourist hotspot. And we link the activities there to the health and well-being AOLE. The users, the players get to go through something called Buzz Quiz, which a lot of you are probably familiar with, which helps them explore personality types and careers linked to personality types. On the right, you can see Carnarvon Castle, which is one of the 3 UNESCO World Heritage Sites that we've modelled within the game. And that's linked to the humanities AOLE. And basically, you walk around the castle, you meet people who would have lived and worked there in the 13th century, and you explore careers, how those careers have changed and what those jobs would be today. You can see there, that's the Cardiff Coal Exchange, which is where the world's first £1 million cheque was written. And you were encouraged to explore careers in maths and numeracy while you're there. The next one is the Millennium Centre, which is kind of like the national arts venue theatre. It's in Wales, and in there you explore. That's linked to the creative arts AOLE. You explore careers in the creative arts, but you're also introduced to the concept of transferable skills and how skills in one particular role might be transferable to another. And then we did an expansion of the game, which was the Pont Cysylltu Aqueduct, another of the UNESCO sites. And this time we basically knocked a chunk out of it so that it's got a leak, as you can see there. And we used that to start exploring careers in engineering, specifically civil engineering, but then supplementary activities take you to engineering in general. We're about to add another location exploring the breadth of careers in tourism and hospitality, and we're doing that in association with Visit Wales, which is one of our sister bodies within the Welsh Government. Lessons learnt. Very quickly, initially we just had one guide, and it was almost like a couple of pages, and it just told teachers about the tasks that they had to do in each site. And we realized that what teachers wanted was the what's in it for me, what do I get out of doing this? So we redesigned them to link basically the activities, show them how each of the locations links to the curriculum, and also brings them back to the website in the pupil workbook. There are activities, supplementary activities on the website that help them explore a little bit more. There you go.
Great, thank you so much, Chris. And for those of you who have played Minecraft or have children who play Minecraft, this will look very similar. All right, we'll move on to Alejandra Correa to talk about Career Village.
Sure. Hi, everyone. So I'm Alejandrina Correa. I'm the product manager of Career Village. It's a nonprofit organization based in the US dedicated to democratize the access to career advice and career information for underrepresented people. And today I'm going to talk about Codes. That is our new AI career codes. So Codes is provides personalized and actionable career advice to learners in every moment of their career journey. And it's a chat-based experience where learners can find a personalized advice for their specific situations, skills, and career goals. So we have designed this tool together with a coalition of more than 20 other organizations that work on career development for underrepresented communities. So leveraging all our collective knowledge, we have designed this tool to support the work that coaches and counselors are doing today. So we launched a beta version on June of last year, and we are gonna and the tool is gonna be publicly available June this year. And over this year, we have been developing and testing and gathering insights from users across different locations, different demographics, to make sure that the content that we provide is accurate. So among all code features, some that I wanted to highlight is that the platform is trustworthy and safe, because we complement the base model that we use with our own curated and high quality database of career development. So Career Village has been working on the career development in a scale for more than 20 years, 10 years now. So, and we have another platform that is the question and answers. And in that platform, for more than 150,000 professional volunteers have been answering career development questions for all this time. So we have this rich database of resources, combined with the resources provided with our coalition members, we kind of complement the advice that we can provide to students. And together with that, we have built our own monitoring a moderation system to make sure that all the content that codes provide stay within our guidelines. And it's a combination of an automated but also human moderation system. The other thing that I wanted to highlight is that the codes is a transparent and collaborative tool that we designed it to make it useful in an educational setting, to make it so useful for a teacher to feel confident to use students. So we have built features such as giving the educator full visibility of what the learner is doing and receiving insights of the learner's conversations so they can plan better their sessions. So, and some learnings about this process, about also using like AI in this context from like the user experience, is that we see that codes is perceived like as an affirmative, empower, and anxiety reducing tool. And also we see that in some cases, users even prefer to receive AI answers than human answers. And this could be explained by like a safe zone, like free of judgment zone that like these kind of tools can provide to the users. We also see that there is like little awareness of like the AI limitations. We do not see like proactively users asking us or like us asking about like the accuracy and possible mistakes that these kind of tools can do. So this gives us the responsibility to improve and to enhance the AI literacy of our users. We also see that like educational institutions are like overwhelmed by the number of EdTech alternatives, even though they wanted to implement AI tools because they see the benefit. There is a cost on doing it. So we see like technologies that do seamless integration, such as single sign-on, as a priority in this sector. Other like learnings about like using generative AI is that, of course, that this expanded our like capabilities and the advice that we can give to students, but also it reduces like the control that we have over the content of product. So it shifts our effort to like a monitoring system, to moderation, to like testing efforts, to compensate and make sure that the quality is good. We also see that there is little standards, little regulation at this time. So like implementing responsible AI depends on the willingness of each organization. In our case, like we wanted to be leading on that terms. So going to the last slide is like we started in the US. We're working in the US, but we are eager to like expand.
30-second warning, Elena.
So yeah, perfect. So like we are wanted to expand the reach. So like if you have any follow-up question, if you wanted to, also we'll be happy to show you more in the demo in the breakout room. We can stay in contact and I can show you more. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you so much. I'll hand over to Elena. And Elena, you can share the screen.
Hi, do you want me to share my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Just please let me know.
It's coming.
Just let me know if you can see movement in my screen.
We can see movement.
Yes, okay. So we have a huge problem. Almost all students have no idea what to study. You all know that. And of those who do know, half still choose professions that are going to disappear. This is part of the reason why 1 out of 3 students drop out of their chosen university course, and also why 30% of young people are unemployed, at least in Spain. Both are the highest rates of Europe. And while all of this is happening, more than half of the companies cannot find qualified profiles for their positions. That's why we created Singularity Experts, the only platform mastered at this new and changing labor market that guide people through the thousands of vocational trainings, careers, and jobs that arise every day, helping them choose just high employability, academic, and professional pathways, with a special focus on STEM, vocational training, and soft skills. We have innovated in 2 fields. First, we are the only institution in the world that has its own mapping of 3,000 jobs with a future. All of them exist, and all of them are guaranteed to be highly employable. Second, our proprietary algorithm that makes the perfect match between your profile and the job of the future that will suit you best. Our artificial intelligence is based on an expert knowledge model on which a matchmaking algorithm was worked on, to which interest-based inference rules were added. As you can see here, all tests are done entirely online in a highly intuitive and experiential environment. The report is also delivered online, where you can understand the results and recommendations in a very simple way. No physical presence is required. We are fully scalable. Although, of course, we sell through the website, our real business strategy is a modular strategy. We want to be present in the value chain of every single school, university, company, public sector institution that needs to guide their users. From 13 years to 70 years, we want to become the PayPal of employability. So far, there is no one in the world offering advanced guidance, even big players. And that's why we have already attracted the main schools in Spain, as well as other prestigious institutions, and also why we have become the most awarded guidance company in Spain. Finally, our main learning is that the real challenge of guidance in the 21st century is to bring the jobs of the future closer to young people and to guidance counselors, because the school and university counselors do not know the jobs with a future either, so they cannot recommend them. Our main learning is that the employability of our society depends on giving visibility to jobs in high demand, and that is our purpose at Singularity Experts. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Elena. All right. Okay. Sorry, let me get to Liv. All right, Liv, you can take it over from here.
Perfect, thank you, and hi everybody. Okay, Become. We help schools and systems to integrate best practice and evidence-based careers education from the upper primary years in order to build real agency over their future, to put students truly in the driving seat. For too many young people, their career and life outcomes are dictated by who they are and where they are. And without effective career education getting in there at the right time, their story can be written for them before anyone's even talked about career decisions. So we want to ensure that through this program, that every young person, no matter who they are or where they are, has a shot at a future that's designed by them, not defined for them. And we see a lot of that through the equity stats that are coming out and later this afternoon. So effective career education should aim not for a plan, but for young people to develop the skills to explore, design, and navigate their future ongoing. And we do that by helping schools take a whole school approach to student futures. So for students, they have access to the Become web app, which opens their eyes to the whole world of possibilities. For educators, there's curriculum-aligned resources and professional development from year 5 or the upper primary years up. And of course, for schools and systems, there is some awesome data, powerful data on the emerging aspirations and career readiness of their students all the way through. We were also asked to share a learning from our work. And for us, it's being able to demonstrate the measurable impact that this work has, not only on preparing for their future, but on right now, on student engagement and well-being, that having a positive future horizon and that agency has. So it means that for schools, this isn't something else to add into the curriculum, but it actually becomes a really powerful tailwind, helping them to address some of the biggest challenges that they're facing around engagement and well-being. Now, I'd love to see you after, but I thought the most powerful way to show you it is to let you hear from educators and students. So there's a quick video.
Medicine, cartoon artist, architect. We're actually doing this project called Become, where we choose a career path, and Become shows us about that career.
We started with the app. They started to explore. At the start, there was probably a little bit of hesitation.
The 5-6 teachers have been really good. We kind of put them in the deep end.
I think it was a new insight into our curriculum that we hadn't actually looked at before.
I had to first research, look at other jobs that I might choose to do.
Once they worked out that it was all mapped to the Australian curriculum, they very quickly worked out that everybody can support the career development program.
Like everything was there and it was ready to go.
I think it's been fantastic. They surprised me because they're 5, 6s. What background will they have? And they just understand where this is going.
Basketball coach. Author. Well, I always knew I wanted to help people and make sure they feel better.
And what's your killer question?
A killer question is a question that you can't just look up. It's a question that you actually have to do experiments for and solve it yourself.
I'm doing a child psychologist. My killer question was like, how will I maintain my own well-being when being a psychologist gets hard? I interviewed them because they were a psychologist, and I got a few notes down, and that was really good. Zookeeper.
I think just working with each student on a topic that is totally different from another student. I think that's been a real highlight for me.
The surprise was all the different types of architects.
Mental health nurse.
A netballer.
We had lots of athletes. That's probably the big thing. They had an idea about a particular career, but then they realised that they didn't have to stick with that idea. Looking at a realm of possibilities, and that was really cool.
And it just widens their idea of what that occupation is, and that gradually got them the buy-in.
We might have to just move on quickly. Sorry, we've come to time.
Cool.
Thanks,
A
Liv.
student in my class, she just started with...
There we go. Thanks so much, Liv. That was really helpful. And if you want to find out more, be sure to go to Liv's breakout room. Okay, our last presentation for the fair is from Halima Shenna, who's going to present on Le Métier en Direct. Halima, take it away.
Thanks, Alison. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm pleased to present you Profession Life program designed by ONICEP, the National Agency of Career Guidance for Youth in French. This program, called Les Métiers en Direct in French, connects middle and high school students with professionals through interactive online sessions. We use Microsoft Teams. Any similar platform will work. And who had never dreamed of meeting and talking with a diver, a police officer, or a war reporter? This exchange offers students the opportunity to identify with and imagine the diversity of paths open to them, thus allowing them to open up the field of possibilities. ONICEP manages all logistics, including registration through our website, creating promotional visual, as you can see on the top of the slide, and posting information on social media. We work also with territorial delegation offices to ensure wide reach. This year alone, we have registered 36,000 of students and conducted 126 sessions, reflecting the strong interest and need for practical career guidance. The core values of Profession Life are to inform, inspire, and interact. Inform because we are sending to the teacher a pedagogical file to prepare each session. You can see an example on the slide. Inspire because before the meeting, we organize a preparation hour with the speakers. As you can see, the live video session features professional broadcasting directly from their workplace, showcasing their occupation. However, it's not only about the profession itself. The concept of the path is paramount. Speakers share the challenges they faced and how they overcame them. Interact because every session invites students' participation with at least 40 minutes of live Q&A. This interactivity is a key feature. Technology facilitates this connection, allowing us to reach all kinds of schools, including those in less accessible areas. One key lesson we have learned is the importance of adaptation. Feedback from teachers through satisfaction surveys and thanks to the pedagogical file, has been crucial. We have adjusted our approach based on this feedback, tailoring session format to better suit different educational stages. Collaboration with partners like France Télévisions or the Paris 2024 Olympic Committee have helped us create thematic meetings that resonate with students throughout the year. This program will be integrated into the Avenir platform, launching in November 2024. Teachers will be able to assign this event to students. It will appear in their orientation schedule and be part of a set of tools to develop lifelong orientation skills, les compétences à s'orienter. These tools include, for example, the digital module for discovering careers, internships, and classroom educational activities. In conclusion, this program bridged the gap between education and the professional world, providing students with invaluable insight and inspiration for their future careers. Thank you for your attention, and I'm happy to answer any question you may have. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much, Elena. That was really clear and great to see the future directions. Okay, so that was all of the information. I know that's a lot of information. You've heard from a lot of different kinds of resources. I'm sure I have questions for a lot of these people. So what we're going to do is we're going to move now into the breakout room.